All right, moving on to the other breaking news that we're tracking also for you at this hour. At least 42 people are feared dead, and this after a bus carrying Umrah pilgrims collided with a diesel tanker near Medina. And according to local media in Saudi Arabia on Monday, the victims are believed to be Indian nationals, with several also reportedly from Hyderabad. So this is what we're learning right now.
42 हाजी मक्का से मदीना जा रहे थे बस में, और बस को आग लगने से मालूम हुआ कि सिर्फ एक शख्स की जान बची है। कंफर्म नहीं है, बास कह रहे हैं कि पूरों का इंतकाल हो गया। तो मैंने इंडियन एम्बेसी रियाद में जो डीसीएम है अबू मैथन जॉर्ज साहब से मेरी बात हुई। खुद इस पर मालूमात हासिल कर रहे हैं और जो भी ज़रूरी कार्रवाई करना है वो करेंगे। जिन लोगों की डेथ हुई है उनके परिवार ये चाह रहा है कि उनकी डेड बॉडीज़ जल्द से जल्द इंडिया को लाई जाए, और अगर कोई उसमें ज़ख्मी है तो उनको अच्छी से अच्छी वहाँ पर उनको इलाज हो सके। ये मैं रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ हमारे एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर और भारत सरकार से।
All right, let's just go back to Sidhan for more on this. Sidhan, what can you tell us? Of course, a very tragic incident here. Apparently, 42 are feared dead Indian nationals. What can you tell us?
This bus was going from Mecca to Medina. In fact, this collision happened last night, and this bus got collided with the oil tanker, and 42 are feared dead. There are many injured. Perhaps the exact numbers are not available with us. We are in touch with both Indian and the Saudi Arabian authorities, perhaps to get the exact figure of the casualties and those injured. All we can tell our viewers at this point in time is that there has been a control room which the Consular General's office in Jeddah have set up. In fact, many helpline numbers have also been issued by the Consular General's office, so the victims' families, their relatives can reach out to the Consular General's office on these numbers for details and whereabouts. In fact, the teams have also been dispatched to the spot, perhaps to extend help and support in the relief efforts. Right now, as I said, that we have very little details. These were the 42 Indians going from Mecca to Medina for pilgrimage. In fact, India remains in touch with the Saudi Arabian authorities as far as the preparations of the Umrah, the pilgrimage, is concerned. In fact, the Indian government gives a lot of importance to this pilgrimage, but this unfortunate incident occurred last night in Ministry of External Affairs at the highest level. The situation is being monitored.
Right.
In fact, the ambassador in Riyadh, the deputy ambassador in Riyadh, both are in touch with the authorities. Perhaps the best possible help should reach the families. Perhaps that's the goal of the Indian government at this point in time.
Right. Also, we also have with us PV Ramanna, who's joining us on the broadcast as well for more details on this. We do know that the government said that it is in contact with the Indian embassy in Riyadh. This, of course, after the reports of at least 42 Indians who are feared dead. Is there any more information on this?
Yeah, as of now, we are getting the information is that 19 people is from Hyderabad, and the people who went to Hajj pilgrimage, they are in the, of course, they are in very much sad, and they went to the place where they booked the tickets and the travel agency from where they went for, in fact, where they went for Hajj pilgrimage, in fact. So they are simply, we can say they are very much in the, in the hurry, and they wanted to get the information about the whereabouts of their belongings. As we got the information is that there is 19 people from Hyderabad, and among them around 7-8 people were women, and remaining were children in this incident. It's a very shocking incident. Of course, the government of Telangana also reacted on that, and they are making all the arrangements to help the people who lost their lives and the people who went for the Hajj pilgrimage to pilgrimage, in fact. So now they set up, government of Telangana set up one what we call one helpline, and they have given their numbers, and the people who went for the who went to Hajj pilgrimage, they can visit that place and they can call to their numbers, and accordingly they will get the information. As of now, still we can say that the government is completely in the blank as of now. because even the union government also not reacted on that, and of course they are not having the proper information about that, because the incident was happened in the midnight, like around 1:30 p.m. So 1:30 a.m. So that they are not having the proper information about that, and of course even Asaduddin Owaisi also reacted on this particular incident, and he asked the government to help the people, help them out, and he's having the information that one among the 42 passengers, is one person, only one person was alive in this particular incident. Have to see, we have to get the more information about that, and of course we got some photographs and the names of the people who went for the Hajj pilgrimage. We are showing their photographs and their names also, but yet to get some clarity, because it's a very far place, so that we are not having the proper information about them, and are they alive or are they traveling in the same bus or not, we don't know. So we have to get some information, some inputs about that. So have to see by afternoon we may get complete clarity on that, and accordingly people will react, and then the government will also react on that. In that, even I tried to speak to some of the officials, officials in Telangana government also, they are not having the proper inputs about the incident. In fact.
All right, let's just listen into some of the reactions that are pouring in at this point as well, as and when. And of course, we're awaiting more details and information on this. Let's listen to this.
हम लोग के 7 मेंबर्स है, टोटल 20 मेंबर्स है। वो लोग गए, सो हमारे साड़ू के दोस्त वगैरह वो लोग भी थे। उसमें 7 जने हमारे फैमिली के हैं, हमारे ससुरे हैं, हमारे साड़ू है, साली है और बच्चा है उनका, और एक साड़ू 8 दिन पहले गए थे, लास्ट वीक अल मक्का ट्रैवल्स। क्या प्राइस था एक आदमी का? 96,000 कुछ था।
आपको हादसा के बारे में कैसा मालूम हुआ?
सुबह मालूम हुआ। बच्चा जो था, एक उनका बच्चा जो है, उन्हें कूद गया था बस से, ड्राइवर के साथ उन्हें कूद गया। एक ही इलाके के, यहाँ जिरा, नटराज नगर जिरा, आसिफ नगर जिरा में रहते। 20 मेंबर्स थे वो लोग पूरे।
एक ही फैमिली के?
नहीं, एक ही फैमिली के नहीं होते, एक ही फैमिली। मोहम्मद शोएब 25।
उनका कैसा है?
वो उनका भी नहीं मालूम है, इंजर्ड है बोल के खाली बस।
आप क्या चाह रहे हैं? अपना क्या चाह रहे हैं?
हुकूमत से क्या चाह रहे हैं? जल्द से जल्द यहाँ जो जाने वाले कार्रवाई करके, अगर लाना मुनासिब है तो कहने की कोशिश करिए यहाँ पे लाने की, नहीं तो फिर वहीं होगा तो वहीं कर देंगे।
जाना चाह रहे हैं वहाँ से?
यहाँ से बच्चे जाना चाह रहे हैं, हम लोग बच्चे को भिजा रहे हैं। 4-5 जनों जो जा रहे, फैमिली के मेंबर जा रहे हैं, 5 जनों को भिजाने की जल्द से जल्द कार्रवाई करके भिजाए तो अच्छा।
एजेंट कौन है?
एजेंट क्या नाम?
ट्रैवल्स वाले क्या बोल रहे हैं?
ट्रैवल्स वाले वही बोल रहे, मैं भिजा तो अगर जाना
ट्रैवल से एक काफिला एक हफ्ता पहले यहाँ से रवाना हुआ, जिसके अंदर जो है तकरीबन हैदराबाद के 45 पैसेंजर उम्रे के लिए रवाना हुए, जिसमें खुद मेरे घर के 6 से 7 अफराद इसके अंदर है, जिसका आसिफ नगर गोशामहल झिर्रे से ताल्लुक़ है। और ये पहुँचे कल रात में, जो है मदीने मुनव्वरा पहुँच रहे थे ये मक्के से। रास्ते में मदीने से एक 25 किलोमीटर पहले एक हादिसा इंसिडेंट पेश आया, वाक़या हुआ, जिसके अंदर तकरीबन जो है बस जल चुकी है। वीडियो के ज़रिए से ये मालूमात हुई है अभी तक। तो जैसे ही वारिसीन को, घर वालों को, अहले खाना को इस बात की इत्तला पहुंची, तो फौरी इस मक्का टूर्स एंड ट्रैवल्स के एजेंट जनाब एजाज साहब से बात हुई। यहाँ पर पहुँचने के बाद इमीडिएटली मैं ख़ुद जो है हमारे हैदराबाद के मुअज़्ज़ज़ रुकन पार्लियामेंट जनाब बैरिस्टर असदुद्दीन अवैसी साहब को फ़ोन किया। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह एमपी साहब मेरा फ़ोन उठाए और मुझसे बात किए। इमीडिएटली जिद्दा एम्बेसी से बात किए, वहाँ के ओहदेदारों से बात किए, फिर जनाब मुश्ताक साहब को फ़ोन किए, फिर मुश्ताक साहब भी फ़ोन किए, फिर उनको हम वीज़े भेजे। वो लोग जो है मजलिस इत्तेहादुल मुस्लिमीन काबिल सताइश है। इस वक्त में ऐसी सिचुएशन में इतनी अलग सुबह हमारे फ़ोन कॉल्स को उठाए और हमसे बात किए, और जनाब ज़फ़र साहब को यहाँ हमारे पास भेजे। मुश्ताक साहब भी बिल्कुल कॉन्टेक्ट्स में है, बात कर रहे हैं। इमीडिएटली एक थोड़ी देर में इन्फॉर्मेशन आने वाली है।
जिसमें से बोलते थे अपने महिला के, हमारे बोलते 10 आदमी महिला के है, और वो यहाँ से 9 तारीख को निकले वो लोग। 9 तारीख को जाके उमरा करके मदीने की तरफ बस से जा रहे थे। 25 किलोमीटर पहले मदीने में बस को आग लग गई, जिसमें से बोलते सो आग की आईना फोड़ के बच्चा, हमारा शोएब बोल के हमारी गली का ही बच्चा है, वो आईना फोड़ के बोलते सो बस में से कूद गया, और ड्राइवर कूद गया, और 42 लोग बोलते उसी में थे, उसमें से कोई भी बाहर नहीं निकले। अब इन लोगों का क्या कंडीशन है, क्या है, कुछ भी नहीं मालूम हुआ अभी तक। हम लोग को अभी असद साहब को फ़ोन करे तो असद साहब बोलते सो मालूम करके वहाँ का अपडेट देते बोल के, आधा घंटे में देते बोल के बोले। और बोलते सो यहाँ से जाने के लिए हम अभी उनके घर वाले तो उनके बच्चे वगैरह जाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। वीजे के लिए बोलते सो पासपोर्ट ला के दिए, वो वीज़ा जल्दी करके भेजा है तो जाने। मोहम्मद बुरहानुद्दीन।
All right, for more on this, we're now being joined by Anerisha. Aneri, of course, we're getting in more information and we are awaiting more details on this. As per PV Ramanna, we do know as of now at least that at least 19 of those feared dead were from Hyderabad. Do we have any more information on this?
Well, what we are learning is that now, based on the information what we have got, is that they are about 18 people have lost their life in this very bus accident that took place when it was traveling from Mecca to Medina. And now, as on the instructions of the Chief Minister Revanth Reddy, a control room has also been set up at the Telangana Bhavan in the national capital in connection with this bus incident that has taken place involving Indian pilgrims traveling and from Mecca to Medina. And also now what we are learning is that there are control room numbers which have been set up for the family members to contact them. And also at the same time, now what we are learning is that Azharuddin, who also is the Minority Affairs Minister, has also given out a statement on social media where he has stated that deeply shocked by the tragic accident involving bus carrying Indian pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. My heartfelt prayers with the family. And also he has stated that Chief Minister Revanth Reddy has immediately taken stock of the situation and directed the officials to gather more details. And we stand by the family during this difficult times is what Azharuddin has also stated. But the family members have also come out requesting the central government and the state government to try and ensure that the bodies of the family members are brought back to India and so that they can perform the final rites.
Absolutely. Now, the Indian Embassy in Jeddah, as Aneri also mentioned, has announced a helpline number which you can see on our screens as well. In a post on X, and I'm quoting here, they said that in view of the tragic bus accident near Medina, Saudi Arabia, involving these Umrah pilgrims, of which we know as of now perhaps 19 were from Hyderabad, a 24/7 control room has been set up. You can see the helpline number that has been issued for the same on your screens right now as well. Let me just go across to Siddharth Mishra once again. Now, of course, the Telangana government has also said that they are in contact with the Indian Embassy in Riyadh. They have set up that control room. The helpline number is out there as well. We also heard some of the reactions of the people whose families were perhaps there involved in this accident. So what can you tell us? Is there anything new that we've learned from that?
Well, that's right. In fact, MIM Chief Asaduddin Owaisi is in touch with the Indian Embassy in Riyadh. In fact, he did manage to speak to Abu Matthew George, the Deputy Chief of Mission in Riyadh. In fact, MIM Chief is also in touch with the Ministry of External Affairs. And now the Telangana government has also stepped in. They are also in touch with the government of India. Now, the process has begun to bring back the bodies and also to make sure that those who are injured get the proper treatment at hospital in Medina. So this is the top priority for the Indian government at this point in time. All we know is that a control room has been set up by Consulate General's office in Jeddah. The helpline numbers have been issued. In fact, a team could also be going to the spot to extend support in the relief measures. The embassy is in touch with the victim families, their relatives. The helpline numbers have also been issued. The family and relatives can reach out to the Indian Embassy in Riyadh and the Consulate General's office in Jeddah on those numbers. In fact, we were hearing a relative of the person who was a part of this group traveling on this bus. Perhaps he said that they are also planning to send some of their relatives to Jeddah. So the process has begun. Now the priority is to bring back the bodies, the mortal remains of these 42 feared dead pilgrims back to India.
Right, Siddhant, thank you so much for that. Of course, we are waiting more information and more details on the same, and we'll continue to bring you all of those updates as and when they come in. For now, we're going to slip into a short break, but don't go anywhere. News and updates will continue on the other side. Do stay tuned.